Well, hello out there in podcast land. This is Lou with the Front Row Network, and I'm jumping online a couple of days late, but we're getting a trailer reaction for John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. If you know nothing about me, know this. I love the John Wick movies. I am as excited about this movie as almost anything else on the summer slate, even the Avengers, all that stuff. No disrespect, but I am so excited for this. So I specifically requested to come on here and watch the trailer with you, give you some of my quick reactions. Now, we're not going to go too deep into it because we're going to save that for an episode to get hyped down the road. But I figured this would be a chance for us to watch the trailer together, get some initial thoughts, and just kind of react to it. So if you can bring it up on YouTube, and I'm going to go full screen here so I can just take it all in as I need to. And in 3, 2, 1. So, okay. Is Angelica Houston doing a gypsy accent there? Oh, yes, she is. Oh, and I love it. The Impossible Dream. This is fantastic. Suit game still on point. Why shoot him when you could just throw the gun at him? Oh, samurai swords on a motorcycle. Mm. Oh. Oh. Kill a dude with a book. And there's the horse. Oh, that is fantastic. Ooh. It's a big ass gun. Yeah. Oh, and the dogs get a kill in the trailer. That's always nice to see. All right. Well, there you have it. So quick thoughts. First of all, that's outstanding. Everything about that I'm on board for. A couple of things that I noticed right away from the trailer. Obviously, we are picking up exactly where chapter 2 leaves off. That much we know. We're also introducing Holly Berry's character, who seems to have a history with John. So that's always exciting. And then also, it's interesting. We don't really get to see any number one villain. Maybe Ian McShane's character looks like he's maybe the main villain of this, which is interesting because they've always had that kind of respect relationship. So is he just so adherent to the rules of the Continental that he's now against John? So that's interesting. Lawrence Fishburne is back, but pretty ominous in terms of what his role is going to be. So that's still kind of up in the air. I tend to think he's going to be somebody who is on John's side, but who cares about that? What we want to talk about, the kills. They're already teasing you that this movie's going to have some ridiculous kills. He killed a dude with a book. The dogs are killing people. He's got giant ass guns that he's just going to throw if he runs out of bullets. So already we're up in the ante. And I think the use of the Impossible Dream, which it's operatic, but then it's the Sinatra version, which just has that kind of touch of cheeseball because it's not necessarily one of Sinatra's best works. It's maybe kind of toes the line there between sincerity and cheese, which maybe if I'm going to read into that a little bit, just tells me this movie is going to go bonkers, and it's prepping you for bonkers. It's prepping you for war. I'm totally on board for that, for a third chapter, what's presumably the final chapter in the John Wick series. You know, chapter 2 was more elevated than chapter 1. I actually thought chapter 2 was really good, but it did. I was a little out on some of the use of the CGI in there. I thought what makes John Wick such a great movie is the use of practical effects and stunt work and fight choreography, which is why I fell in love with it the first time I saw it. So I do hope in this kind of realm of over the top action that we still keep a little bit of what we liked about the John Wick franchise to begin with, which was that you didn't have to, you know, CGI everything and do like a Fast and Furious type movie. You can do an understated and yet still kind of just bonkers movie. And of course, at the center of it all is Keanu Reeves, who is still, the dude does not age. The guy looks like he could be, he's clearly in better shape than me. And he's, you know, like 20 years older than me or something like that. But he's in better shape than most of us. He's game for it. Halle Berry looks like a badass in this too. So I'm excited to see him having one partner. So we'll see what else. I think that's a great first trailer. I think we've got some information and enough to get you excited, which is kind of the job of the trailer. But hopefully we'll get maybe a second trailer. But we're not going to have to wait much longer because John Wick Chapter 3 is out in theaters May 17th. So that is just shy of, 3 months away, not too far. In the meantime, hopefully we'll get a little bit more footage and maybe a little bit more information about who all is going to be a part of this movie. There's rumors that Common is not coming back for this one. I think that's a misdirect. That's just me. But anyway, I'm excited to talk about this movie. I'm excited to see this movie. And so I'm excited that you got to watch this with me, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. And make sure you leave some comments in the comment section. What did you think of this trailer? Did you need something more from it? Did you need a little less? Did it give away too much? What did you think of a book, John Wick using a book to kill a dude, and the dogs getting in on the action, all the sorts of fun stuff that we can get into from a 2-minute trailer. And if a 2-minute trailer can get us that worked up, it's doing its job. So make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you go to our main feed, the Front Row Movie Reviews, on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, so you can subscribe. And when we do a Get Hyped episode where we will preview in full John Wick Chapter 3 and kind of do a little bit of a recap of the first 2 chapters to get you set and refresh your memory on what you need to know in time for the release of John Wick Chapter 3. Also, you can find all of the different podcasts we're doing. We are entering award season as I'm recording this. The Oscar nominations are coming out tomorrow, and we've got a lot of cool stuff that's going to happen with it. One thing that I know is happening soon is the debut of our new show, Pop Culture Draft Night, hosted by Phil Rockwell. And this first one is drafting your Oscar team. And I got to be on it with my wife. We went up against Phil and his wife. We made some interesting picks. It got interesting for a little bit there. Phil and I did the research. Our wives did not. So they were a bit of a wild card. So that was a lot of fun. And I hope you enjoy that. Also, if you can't get enough Keanu Reeves, and I know I can't, the next episode of Guilty Pleasures that's going to be coming up in time for the Super Bowl, a football film for the ages, The Replacements, Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman. It's a lot of fun. The movie's fun. We're going to have a great time talking about it. So make sure you are dialed in on Facebook, the Front Row Network, on your podcast feeds, our website, thefrontrowmoviereviews.com, and here on YouTube, so you can be a part of everything that we're going on. So in the meantime, follow me on Twitter at @thefakeblue hair. Thanks for joining in. And as always, we'll see you in the front row.